In this video, I am going to give you the ultimate guide on how to navigate Alibaba and make the most of your experience without getting scammed. So this video is divided into two main parts. The first half of this video is all about searching and finding the right supplier and all the necessary steps you need to take in order to avoid getting scammed. And in the second half of this video, I am going to go into detail about the process of buying itself. So there are two ways that you can use to search for suppliers on Alibaba. So the first one is by using direct search, where you go directly into Alibaba and search for the product you need. And the second one is by using something called an RFQ, request for quotation, where you go to this website rfq.alibaba.com and submit a form with the exact specifications of what you need, and suppliers will reach out to you. So when using both direct search and RFQ, there are certain filters that you need to put in place in order to find the best suppliers for what you need. So first things first, you need to know exactly what type of supplier you are looking for. There are three types of suppliers on Alibaba. So the first one is the manufacturer. So these are factories and companies that produce their own goods themselves, and their minimum order quantity is usually really high. The second type of suppliers you'll find on Alibaba are trading companies. So trading companies are suppliers that specialize on a certain type of goods. They buy their products from manufacturers, and their MOQ is usually pretty high as well. And then the third type of suppliers you'll find are the wholesalers. This type of supplier usually have a really low MOQ and their prices are a bit higher. Just like the trading companies, they buy their products from the manufacturer as well. As for which among these three you will choose, it would depend on the quantity you want to order, your budget, and how you want to customize your products. So we've talked about how to search for and find suppliers. We've talked about the different types of suppliers out there. Now let us talk about how to choose the right supplier. So when it comes to choosing suppliers, the first and obvious thing you would want to look at are the badges. When you go on Alibaba, you'll see two types of badges: the gold supplier and the verified supplier. So when it comes to choosing between these two suppliers, you will always want to go with the verified supplier, because the gold supplier is just a company that pays a certain amount of money per year to get the gold badge, whereas the verified supplier has verified production lines and has gone through some factory inspections. But however, having any of these two badges means nothing if a company hasn't been in business for long. When it comes to Alibaba, you would want to look for a company that has been in business for a longer period of time, at the very least 3 years. For a company to be on the platform for a longer period of time, it means they are more experienced in what they do, and also you can be assured that you're not going to wake up one morning and find out that the company has vanished from the website. So after looking at how many years a company has been in business, you might want to scroll down and look at the reviews. And if there are pictures, go through those pictures and examine them carefully to see if it is exactly what you're looking for. Another thing you should consider when choosing suppliers is, do they accept trade assurance? So basically, trade assurance is sort of like an insurance that was set up by Alibaba in order to protect buyers in case something goes wrong. So how it works is that when you place an order on Alibaba, you will fill a form specifying exactly what your order is, the quantity, and other specifications and requirements you might have for your product. So what will happen when you make your purchase is that you'll send your payments directly to Alibaba, and Alibaba will keep your money safe until you receive your goods. And if the products you receive from your supplier are not up to the standard that was specified in the form that you filled, Alibaba will give you your money back. So that's why you need to make sure that the supplier you're choosing accepts trade assurance. Because without trade assurance, if your goods are not up to standard, getting a full refund is almost next to impossible, especially if those goods are customized. Communication is something that you might want to start early on in the process of choosing a supplier. You need to ask companies early on where their offices are located and if they have any company websites. Check out the company websites, find the company on Google Maps, and call to find out if the person you are talking to really works for that company. There are some scammers that can claim that they are with a certain company when in reality they are not working for that company at all. So you need to be careful. Still on the topic of communication, be clear and concise when you are describing what you want to the suppliers. In order to get quick replies from suppliers and to navigate language barriers, I recommend you download the app WeChat. This is an app that Chinese people use on a day-to-day basis for pretty much everything, but most importantly, it has an inbuilt translating function. Now at this point, you might have narrowed it down to 3 or 4 suppliers that meet all of your requirements. The next thing that you are going to want to do here is to get samples from all of them. Now this might cost you a few bucks due to shipping costs, but this is a step that you definitely do not want to skip. This will help you to assess the quality of the products in order to choose the best supplier from your options. Okay, now that you have successfully chosen a supplier, we can move on to part 2 of this video, where I walk you through the process of buying itself. In this video, we'll discuss things like shipping options, payment options, quality checks, certifications, and so forth. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.